Hi everyone, welcome back and welcome to Chapter 3. Today we're talking about second declension. So we're back on nouns this chapter. And second declension, what we need to know about it. First of all, we need to know that it ends in either US or ER. Okay, those are the two possible endings for second declension. It can also end in R, but there's really only one word that's a very common word, the word for man, weir, that ends in R. So it ends in US or ER, and it's also masculine, or primarily masculine. So we learned the first declension is used for feminine nouns, second declension is used for masculine nouns. So I'm going to give you the vocab entry for a very common second declension noun, and that noun is amicus. So amicus, and the genitive singular is amici. Of course, it's masculine, and it means friend. Okay, so just like in first declension, when we said in order to decline it, we take off the genitive singular ending. So we're going to do that with amicus. We're going to take off the I, which is the genitive singular ending, and that will give us the base of the noun amicus. And that works for all second declension nouns that end in US. Okay, so now we're going to set up a chart and we are going to decline the noun amicus. So I'm going to set up nominative and genitive and dative and accusative and then ablative. And I'm also going to set up a singular and a plural. Okay, and here at the bottom of the screen I'm going to rewrite the vocab entry. So I have amicus, amici, masculine, friend, and that, remember, I'm going to take away the genitive singular ending, so I take away the I, and then there is my base. So now I'm going to take the base, and I'm going to write that base through the chart. And then, of course, after I write the base through the chart, I'm going to add the endings. And second declension has its own set of special endings. Okay, and those endings are us, so we have the US, E, O, O. So we have amicus, amici, amico, amicum, amico. So us, E, O, O are our endings. And then in the plural, our endings are E, orum, is, os, is. So amici, amicorum, amicis, amicos, amicis. And so right off the bat we can make some observations about second declension. And one of the first things that you'll probably notice is that the dative and the ablative singular are the same form, right? That's not true of first declension. Another thing you might notice is that the genitive singular and the nominative plural are the same form, just like in first declension, the genitive singular and nominative plural are the same form. Other things you might notice, the dative and ablative plural are the same form. They're both is, just like in first declension. And you might notice that instead of os for first declension for accusative plural, we have os, and instead of aurum, we have aurum. So second declension is commonly called the O declension because it has so many O's in its forms. In order to translate all of these forms, the cool thing is that the translations stay the same. So the nominative would still be the same as the nominative translation for first declension. So amicus would just be the friend. Okay, and the genitive amici would be of the friend. Or you could say the friends, apostrophe s. Dative amico would be to or for the friend. Okay, amicum would be the friend. And then ablative can be a number of translations, but we'll just say by, with, or from the friend. Okay, and we have just declined our first second declension US noun. Okay, now let's look at a noun that ends in ER. So one really common noun that ends in ER is puer, which means boy. And so it's puer, pueri, masculine, boy. And we'll set up our chart again. We'll do nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, and ablative. And we'll have our singular and plural. And if I take the genitive singular ending away, the base is puer. So the base of puer is puer. So puer all throughout the chart. And it's actually really important that we have the correct base, because there are some nouns that end in ER, like for instance ager, which we learned in the vocab, which do not have the E in the chart. So it's really, really important that you know the specific genitive singular and that you memorize that vocab entry. Okay, puer is already here. There's our ending, ER, so puer. And then we have pueri, puero, puerum, puero. And then in the plural, pueri, puerorum, pueris, pueros, pueris. Okay, and we have just successfully declined second declension, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.